Who came up with the title, Sonic Cinema Experience?
Well,
and how did that come about?
Right. Well, that would be me. I sort of came up with the concept of it. We called it Sonic Cinema Experience because we were trying to relate what the show's about. You need a show title that people can understand, hopefully, without losing, some of your intent and meaning. So the sonic part's obvious. That's we play live music of all kinds. Cinema, it's about how the history of the magic has impacted the film industry and the imagery in films. And we opted for experience because that's what we're really trying to give people. It's not a passive thing, it's an active thing. We want this show to change you. You look at images that are 100 years old, you hear music that's 2 years old, and you see how this thread of magic and performance art runs through all of it. And that becomes, we hope, a life-awakening experience for you.
I think that's one of the great things about the whole Sonic Cinema experience is it's an experience. And people, if they think, God, I don't know, but I don't know if I like, silent movies, or I like silent movies, but I don't like magic. But when they see the show, they're like, oh my God, whoa, this is a whole nother level of meaning in each aspect. So the magic and mentalism has a whole nother meaning now. The films you watch have a whole nother meaning. The music has a whole nother meaning. And it is all integrated, and that's why it's just, when you soak it all in, time literally flies right by, and you leave going, wow, I can't even explain this to people. All I can say is, you got to experience this. And I think that's why we felt, wow, this is the perfect title, because that's how people respond to it, is you've got to experience it. Mm-hmm. It's all about the arts on every single level. And I think magic and mentalism, is pretty low usually down the totem pole of the arts. For us, because we combine it all together, it's one big artistic expression. So anybody who loves variety arts, anybody who loves the arts on any level will get what we're up to and why, and they'll appreciate it greatly, because we appreciate them and we know what it's like to be those kind of people.
Our show does have so many different elements. Ed and I actually have written several history books together, so we are big into history. So we bring some of that history, really a lot of things that people don't know, into the show.
Pie in the sky, where do you really see the experience going or being maybe in 5 years or 10 years, 20 years?
At this particular point, there's a number of different expressions that come alongside what we're doing with Sonic Cinema. We very much want to make a documentary that goes even deeper into some of the magic history that came into film history that is now kind of the undertow of pop culture. But they don't know how it got there and where it came from. So we want to do that project. There are books to write, there are tools we're making for people to kind of explore some of these ideas. There's a whole lot of things, but ultimately right now we want to go anywhere and everywhere to find the audiences so they have a chance to experience this and see what it does for them. We want them to have that moment of wonder. The Wonder Show is coming to town, man.
Yeah, that's it. There are so many levels to this and so many directions to go, but the first and foremost thing is to get people to experience the experience.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I hear that you guys are working towards a Guinness World Record?
Well, yeah, we are. We have a project that's in planning right now that would get Sonic Cinema Experience a world record for doing music and doing silent films in a very special place, a very special way, the details of which we cannot divulge at this time. But yes, as a matter of fact, we are working on a world record attempt.
Well, of course, me personally, this may date me, but Guinness Book of World Records was like big deal. I know it still is. So actually being able to do this, I'm really excited